Has this ever happened to you? You're chilling in the park, minding your own business, when suddenly you slip into a coma, and 28 days later, you wake up in a post-apocalyptic scenario with a roaming scavenger gang. But this is not your ordinary scavenger gang. No, it appears to be some sort of pagan ritual dancing scavenger gang known as the Party Rock Anthem. So when that happens to you, the first thing that you're going to need is to learn how to shuffle. Luckily, you guys are on the right track because almost 2,000 of you wanted me to build an everyday I'm shuffling deck where I shuffle my deck as much as possible and force my opponents to do the same. Now, of course, I consider myself a bit of a jester, a little bit of a monkey perhaps, but not the dancing variety. That is, until now. You see, I'm going to stand up from my desk for the rest of the video, and in the corner, you're going to see foot cam. So whenever I say shuffle, I'm going to literally shuffle in real life, and I'm going to try and do this video in as few takes as possible so that by the end, I am physically exhausted. Now, before we can hop right into that, if you can't already tell, I'm the most unhinged deck builder on the internet. I don't know anybody else who's shuffling live on camera. So if you've got a weird, wacky, silly, goofy idea, challenge me in the comments down below. The one with the most upvotes, I have to build. And while you're down there, hey, leave a like and subscribe. So let's hop right in real quick with our commander before we get the foot cam going. Use3 Fortune's Flame. This guy attacks and we draw cards. Whenever we win a coin flip with this guy, we can flip up to 5, and we're going to full send it every single time because we get free spells if we win all 5 coin flips. On the downside, though, we slowly lose the game, which is good because I want to be free from this hellscape that is a deck that wins by shuffling. River Song is also an option because we're going to make our opponents search their libraries a whole bunch and stuff, so they'll take a bunch of damage. Whatever it takes to just free me from this nonsense. So yeah, let's hop right in with the good stuff. Don't forget, you guys asked for this. Good luck. All right, everybody, I got my dancing shoes on. All right, I'm ready to get right into it. Psychogenic Probe is 2 mana for an artifact whenever a spell or ability causes a player to shuffle their library. Psychogenic Probe deals 2 damage to them. Damage is our win condition. All right, let's keep it going. We got Fabricate, 3 mana sorcery. Search our library for an artifact. It's going to be the probe. Reveal it, put it into our hand, then shuffle our library. Sweet. We can tutor some more with Tribute Mage, 3 mana. Search for the 2 mana artifact Psychogenic Probe. Reveal that card, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. Sweet. Okay, Psychic Surgery is 2 mana for an enchantment. Whenever an opponent shuffles their library, you may look at the top 2 cards of that library, exile 1, then put the rest on top of that library in any order. It's removal in advance, because if we see something scary, exile it. And it's a win condition, because if we make them shuffle enough, they will have no library, and they will die. Now, how do we make them shuffle? Well, I said it, I have to do it. Okay, game plan, 6 mana sorcery with assist, so somebody could help you sometimes. Each player shuffles their hand and graveyard into their library, then draws 7, exile game plan. Day's Undoing is 3 mana. Each player shuffles their hand and graveyard into their library, then draws 7. If it's your turn, end the turn. Okay. Echo of Eons, 6 mana. Each player shuffles their hand and graveyard into their library, then draws 7. It has flashback, so we can do it some more. Then we got Reminisce, a 3 mana sorcery. Target player shuffles their graveyard into their library. Clear the Mind, 3 mana sorcery. Target player shuffles their graveyard into their library and draws a card. Learn from the Past, 4 mana. Target player, you guessed it, shuffles their graveyard into their library, draw a card. And Mnemonic Nexus, 4 mana. Each player shuffles their graveyard into their library. These ones are better because they're targeted for the most part. The other ones are not as good because they make your opponents draw cards. Anyway, so Psychogenic Probe, what if they explode? Well, good thing we can, shuffle our graveyard back into our hand. You see that? I'm doing my foot. Back into our hand. Okay. So speaking of removal, in case they removed our stuff, we've got Blessed Reincarnation, 4 mana instant. Exile target creature and opponent controls. They reveal cards from the top of their library until they hit a creature card. Then they put that card onto the battlefield, then shuffles the rest into their library. Rebound, so it's removal with exile, so it gets rid of stuff. And it happens twice. We love that. Chaos Warp, you knew it was coming. 3 mana instant. Owner of target permanent shuffles it into their library. Then puts whatever permanent's on top onto the battlefield. Polymorph is 4 mana. Destroy target creature. You can't regenerate it. You reveal cards from the top of their library until they reveal a creature card. Put it on the battlefield. Then shuffles all other cards into their library that were revealed this way. Now, this deck is very similar to a vulture in the way that we can do some very precise, like picking out of their deck. Using Jester's Cap, a 4-mana artifact, we can pay 2, tap and sack it, search target player for 3 cards, and exile them. Then that player shuffles. So we basically got a little scalpel. We're going to go find their Soul Ring, their Ozolith, whatever their scary win condition card is, and slice it out of their deck. They don't get it no more. Okay, sweet. It's basically surgery. It's sweet, okay? You like the whatever. Grinning Totem looks like the thing from Indiana Jones, and it's 4 mana for an artifact that says 2, tap, sack this guy, search target opponent's library for a card, remove it from the game, then that player shuffles their library until the beginning of your next upkeep. You may play that card. That's cool. At the beginning of your next upkeep, if you haven't played it, put it into the owner's graveyard. Yoink. Then we've got the Stone Brain. 2 mana for a legendary artifact. 2, tap, exile the Stone Brain. Choose a card name, search target opponent's everything for 4 cards with that name, and then exile them. That player shuffles and then draws a card for each card exiled from their hand this way. More shuffle is good. Then we got Sphinx Ambassador. Okay, 7 mana, which is expensive. Whenever they deal combat damage to a player, search that player's library for a card. Then that player names a card. If you search for a creature card that isn't the name card, you may put it onto the battlefield under your control. Then that player shuffles their library. Very cool. Yoink, we get to take something else. Then Thada Adel, Acquisitioner, is 3 mana for a Island Walk Merfolk. Whenever they deal combat damage to the blue player, search that player's library for an artifact card and exile it. Then that player shuffles their library until end of turn. We can play that card. Yoink, X2. Very cool. Lantern of Insight, 1 mana. Each player plays with the top card of their library revealed. Tap and sack it. Target player shuffles their library. Okay, cool. Cranial Archive is what I want to do to my brain right now. It's 2 mana for an artifact where you can pay 2, exile it. Target player shuffles his or her graveyard into their library. Draw a card. We love card advantage. And of course, Thran Foundry, 1 mana, 1, tap, remove it from the game. Target player shuffles their graveyard into their library. Cool. Soldier of Fortune. Let's take a little hot guy break for a second. Whew. Okay, 1 red mana. He has 1 red, tap, target player. Shuffles their library. Now, I want this to be over as much as you guys do. So, Mechanized Production says, hey, if you want to make a copy of Enchanted Artifact, you can on the beginning of your upkeep. If you have 8 or more, you win. And then, but also, if you put it on the Psychogenic Probe, which is what I would do if I were you, it makes your shuffles win faster. Shuffles win. I said it. Oh, God. Shuffles. Okay. That's enough. Now, to summarize this deck so far, basically, use 3 Fortune's Flame. You flip a coin, okay? Then you draw, you die, or you get Omniscience, or all at the same time. That's pretty sweet. Fabricate and Tribute Mage each get you something and then make you shuffle your library. And you go and get the Psychogenic Probe, obviously. And then you can Reminisce, making your opponent shuffle. Then you can Clear the Mind, shuffle one more time. Hit him with the Learn from the Past, shuffle. Hit him with that shuffle. Mnemonic Nexus, shuffle. Lantern of Insight, obviously, you're going to hit him with that. And Chaos Warp, boom, one more time. All right, you basically just going crazy on him. And then we win because they have no more life. And or they surrendered because they didn't want to have to shuffle their library so many times. Pros of this deck. It's iconic. To be honest, I think it's hilarious. It's just goofy as hell. The cons of the deck. It's super janky, and don't look at the mana curve. Everything is like 5 mana or more. It's rough. But to be honest, I would try it out. And then one more shuffle just for you guys. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, stanky leg. Okay. But that does bring us to the end of the video. So if you liked it, leave a like. If you subscribe. Shout out to my patrons on Patreon. You guys help keep the lights on and keep me fed and energized to shuffle for however long that was. And I've also got a Discord. It's fun and awesome. I would recommend you join it. Don't forget, hey, challenge me in the comments down below. Whatever you guys vote, I have to do. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.